Hi guys, how are we all doing? Now today's video might be a bit of a shock to you all because I haven't been active on my channel for about a month. It's been a very busy summer holidays and I've just been trying to figure out my life basically. So I am now back. It's the start of a new school year, I suppose, if that's what you want to call it. And because of that, it means that I'm going to be producing some new content and I am so ready for it. I've had a wonderful summer. I've been doing lots of things. Didn't go on holiday, but been doing lots of things with Ryan, lots of things on my family. I went to London a few weeks ago to meet my friend Sarah, who is another Disney fan that I met on Instagram, so that was very exciting. And I've just basically been coming up with a whole bunch of new content for you guys to see on my channel and on my blog and on my Facebook page as well. I've been active on Facebook and also over on Instagram as well, so if you haven't checked out my Facebook page yet, I'll put a link down below. But I've definitely been active on there. I share all my Instagram posts on there as well. Lots of Disney themed things that have been lots of fun to create for you. Now, if you haven't already noticed, I'm sounding a little bit deeper than I usually am today. I'm getting over a kind of chesty cough at the moment, so unfortunately my voice is a little bit hoarse. So you'll just have to forgive that for this video. Hopefully by next week I'll be back to normal. So this video is basically all about my trip that's coming up to Disneyland Paris. If you haven't already seen the video, I'm going to put it up here right now. But we announced a few months ago, end of July I believe, that we were going back to Disneyland Paris. And I did a planning video, the plans that we'd already put in place and the kind of week after we'd booked the holiday. The trip wasn't for another 9 months or so when we booked it, but I really am very excited about it, so we thought that we'd try and plan as much as we could, so that's what that video is about. I'll also put that one up there right now. So since that video, over the last month or so, there have been some developments in the plans, so I thought I'd update you guys a little bit on that. First off, let's just show you what's happening with my outfit today. So I've got my very cute Mickey Mouse sweatshirt. This is from Primark and it was £8, so it was absolute bargain. And my earrings here, I've got a Minnie and a Mickey, and these are from the Mindful Crafter on Etsy. They were a present for my boyfriend, which was very lovely. And I will put her link down below, the Mindful Crafter. Very nice shop, lots of wonderful jewellery and pins and stuff that you can get for your Disney trips. So the little change that's happened to our Disney trip wasn't actually supposed to be revealed to me until April when we go. Those of you that have seen my Instagram, you'll already know this, but Ryan booked an upgrade for our hotel. So we were staying at Davy Crockett Ranch and now we're actually staying at the Newport Bay. Which is such a lovely little surprise, and I'm very grateful for that. But the thing is, he wasn't supposed to tell me, and it kind of was an accident that he did this. So basically we were just in the car and we were having some Disney music playing and we were singing along, and I just kind of said, this next Disney trip is going to be the best one. And went on to say about the fact that our last trip wasn't so great. I was unwell and there were a couple of other little bits that went wrong with the hotel. He kind of said, yeah, we need to make up for it, we need to make it the best trip ever. And I was like, yeah, it will. And in the interest of being enthusiastic about the best trip ever, I started to go on about how much I loved Davy Crockett. And I was saying, oh, it's so beautiful, you're in your own cabin, you've got no children running up and down the corridor, you're in your own space, you've got 2 bedrooms, you've got a whole kitchen, all that sort of stuff. And I was basically just trying to encourage him to also be excited about the prospect of Davy Crockett. And the fact that he wasn't getting excited made me more excited about it to try and get him excited, if that makes sense. And the less interested he seemed, the more excited I got, to which he eventually just said, is this a really bad time to tell you that I've upgraded and we're staying at Newport Bay? And I just stopped. I thought he was joking. But no, I just stopped and went, what? And he went, yeah, last week I rang them up and I've upgraded us. And now we're at Newport Bay with a new meal plan. And I was like, oh, what is happening? So basically it was just this massive he panicked basically, and he didn't want to tell me then. He had this massive plan of he was just going to drive up to Newport Bay, and I'd be like, why are we here? And he'd just get a valet, and the car would be taken away, and we'd go and check in, and I'd be crying. But instead, I was just sat in the car kind of laughing with embarrassment of how much I'd gone on about I loved Davy Crockett, and him being embarrassed that he'd already told me when he shouldn't have, and thinking he should have wasted his money and should have taken it back. And it was a very odd moment and a little bit awkward, but we ended up laughing about it, and it's all fine. It's fine. I'm excited about staying at Newport Bay. Yes, I love Davy Crockett. It's amazing. But I haven't stayed at Newport Bay for many, many, many years. In fact, I can actually tell you the last time I stayed at Newport Bay. Bear with me. I've got a Disney book from our family. Oh, we got old tickets. There you go. How cute are they? Where are they from? 2008, 15th anniversary. Very nice. So, according to my trusty records, I stayed in Newport Bay in June 1996, so I was 1. And I've stayed in Newport Bay February 2002. So that's too much maths. I was 7. I was 7 last time I stayed at Newport Bay. So yes, very excited that I stayed at Newport Bay twice in my life, but do not remember staying there at all, really. As a 7-year-old, I'm not sure the hotel was the most exciting bit. So yes, I get to stay there now with Ryan, thanks to him. But also, as I just said, we've been upgraded to a new meal plan as well. So we're now half board plus, which basically means that we get breakfast and 1 other meal per day, but we get it at these slightly fancier restaurants. So rather than buffet restaurants, they're going to be table service restaurants. But with half board plus, you can also book the buffet if you want to, but some people think of it as you're kind of losing money, you're losing value, because you can also get that in the cheaper meal plan as well. So we're going to go with some table service restaurants, have a bit of a fancy time. So I'm going to just quickly update you on those. So we haven't officially decided our restaurants yet, we're kind of still umming and ahhing, but the ones that we do want to do are Auberge de Cendrillon, which is the Cinderella restaurant. I mentioned that I think last time in my plans video. So we still want to do that, and it will cost us less to upgrade it because we've got a fancier meal plan. So we still want to do that on my actual birthday, which is the Monday. We're going Sunday to Wednesday. And then on the Sunday evening when we get there, we're going to try and eat in our hotel. There's 2 restaurants in our hotel, Cape Cod, which is a buffet, and Yacht Club, which is a table service restaurant. We are more likely to go for table service just because we like the atmosphere of table service. Buffet can be a little bit more chaotic, whereas table service is a little bit more romantic, I suppose. So Yacht Club, we're going to try and book there for the first night. Because we're planning on getting there at about 10:30 in the morning, we are going to go straight to the parks from there and try and spend as much time as possible in the parks in that afternoon. And then we are going to come out of the parks at about 6:30, check into our room, unpack, get ourselves sorted, possibly do stuff like shower, and then go to our hotel restaurant for about 7:30. And apparently it takes about 2 hours to do it because it's a 3-course meal. So by the time it's 9:30, I think we'll want to be heading to bed, or at least going back to our hotel room, just because of the sheer busyness of the day. The fact we're getting up really early to travel to Disney. Travelling is tiring, even though you're not even doing anything. So yes, we are absolutely planning on doing that, having a nice early night to get up for extra magic hours the next morning. The next day we are planning on doing Auberge de Cendrillon, like I just mentioned, because that will be my birthday. Then the Tuesday, we're thinking of doing the steakhouse in the village. We were umming and ahhing between the steakhouse in the village and Silver Spur Steakhouse in Frontierland. The menu just looks a little bit better in the steakhouse in the village, but at the moment there's a little bit of a hurdle that we are trying to make our way across, because it's been suggested by someone that I talked to that the steakhouse might not be reopening. It's currently under refurbishment. Now, I don't know how legitimate that information is. I really hope it's not legitimate and that it's completely wrong, because I would like to eat there. But if not, we're going to have to change our plan. We might go to the other steakhouse in Frontierland, or we might just pick a completely different restaurant altogether. So that's pretty much what has changed. So we're just changing hotel and we've changed meal plan as well. So as I find out more information, which I might do, I might not, I will let you guys know the definite plans for our trip. So that's the end of another video, but I will be back again next Monday. It's Wednesday today, but we're all a little bit out of sync, but I'll be back next Monday for another video. Also, just make sure you tune into my Instagram, because over the next few weeks I'm going to be showing you guys the outfits that I'm taking to Disney. I've got them all sorted now. I know exactly what I'm wearing for each day, and there'll be a couple of little Disney bound ideas. I'm not bounding particularly as characters that much, but I'm kind of doing themed Disney outfits. So have a look at them, and make sure you follow my Instagram for more Disney updates. Thank you so much for watching once again, and I will see you guys next week for the next vlog.